Is Watchtower Bible and Tract Society a business, or is it a charity? Is it a benign, innocent religion, or does it run itself just like most every other corporation? Now, that's a big question, and I'm going to focus on one specific area, and that is when businesses have franchises. They've pretty much all come up with the method that they use to keep their franchises in line, keep them all consistent, make sure that the needs of their customers are being met, that everything's above board, that the parent company gets its fair cut, that the service is consistent, all those different things. And one of the things that corporations and big franchise type companies use is district or regional managers. I have this printout. What do district managers do? Well, it says here, district managers are people in charge of entire regions where multiple stores operate. Like circuits and districts, perhaps. Multiple stores, franchises like Kingdom Halls, for example. Whatever branches of their company operate within their district is their responsibility. District managers are in charge of the operational practices of all stores, making sure each runs smoothly, cleanly, and meets any budget and sales goals and is complying with marketing campaigns and promotions, or Kingdom News tracts, or campaigns to invite everyone to the memorial or the regional convention, for example. Interestingly, here it says district managers coordinate and discipline store managers. So local managers, kind of like the elders in the Jehovah's Witness Kingdom Halls, they check on those managers and how they're doing in each individual store to make sure that the store is stocked, that it's clean and in proper working order. District managers coordinate with and then report to senior management within the company, say a branch office or the governing body directly. All right, job skills and requirements of district managers. They should be able to keep their employees motivated and resolve conflicts and make hard decisions. A successful district manager is a good leader. Wow, doesn't that sound like a circuit overseer? Isn't a circuit overseer supposed to be so motivating? And he resolves conflicts. He makes the hard decisions to keep congregations in line. Make sure that the elders, the elders are keeping up with what the home office wants and is in compliance there. Time management is essential to make sure everything gets done with district managers. They also need to be good judges of character and help ensure that they hire the right people. So they put the right managers, into the right spots to make sure that all their customers, publishers, are being cared for properly. Boy, this is getting confusing, isn't it? Because district managers are starting to sound more and more and more like traveling overseers. And then finally it says that speaking and writing skills must be superb, as district managers do lots of communication. Like giving talks at big assemblies. Sales seminars. No, assemblies, right? So Watchtower runs its business and its franchises in the same way. Now, interestingly, if you go here, and I'll see if I can put this on screen when I do the editing. This is a sheet, information for the circuit overseer's visit, right? All right, information needed for visit of circuit overseer. Now, what does this district manager, circuit overseer need when he comes to visit for the week? Well, it says he needs the congregation publisher record cards, meeting attendance card records, territory assignment records. He needs to see their checkbook, all their receipts, Kingdom Hall Operating Committee account records. He wants to see how much product they're moving, literature. Monthly movement of literature form should be filled out. Local design construction volunteer application, right, to see what kind of new blood is coming in that he can utilize and put into the right places when he wants to hire. Take advantage of new volunteers that want to work. You see, it's all here. Also, there's a list of those scheduled to receive a shepherding visit by the circuit overseer. See, that way he can keep an eye on any of the ground troops that are having problems or issues, any of those low-level employees, publishers, low-level publishers. The circuit overseer can help them to be the best little salesman or saleswoman they can be and get out there and sell for Jehovah and sell for the Watchtower. The second page goes on and it says, have you verified that no ministerial servants are serving as jw.org domain administrators and that no ministerials have the view forms restricted role? See, we got to make sure that our corporate security is tight, that any of these assistant managers, which is what a ministerial servant is, don't have the wrong access because they're not to be trusted. They're only assistant managers. They're barely capable of, tying their shoelaces for Watchtower, but they're going to get used nonetheless. Also, is the congregation's financial support of Kingdom Hall and assembly construction worldwide being reviewed annually? And is the amount resolved reasonable and accord with local circumstances? In other words, is enough money coming in from this particular franchise? Because if it's not, well, they might need to start thinking about flipping that property. They may need to think about downsizing and moving those congregations into another Kingdom Hall so that one can be flipped and sold and that money can be brought back to the parent company, or the mother organization. So are we starting to see here the drift when these circuit overseers come a couple times a year to investigate and to keep the Kingdom Hall, to keep that franchise up with what Watchtower Corporate is doing? These district managers come in to make sure that everyone and everything is flowing just the way the parent company wants it to flow. And then finally, one last interesting point, and I don't know if this has been talked about a lot with some of my other amazing and intelligent YouTubers out there, and I might even do another video on this topic myself, and that has to do with this final point. Is the body of elders following the latest direction regarding disaster preparedness, including maintaining an up-to-date list of emergency contact information for all publishers? Now remember, it's only been the last 10 years or so that they've gotten more and more anal and more up on, we have to have special lists with everybody on there, the name of your cousin and brother and the name of your cat too, and your address and all your cell phones and your email address. You see, they want all this on every publisher. And the publishers, of course, just feel all warm and fuzzy about it, right? Oh, they're going to take such good care of me when the Great Trib comes. Well, local managers may do that because some of the local managers in the Watchtower business do care about their employees. But mainly, this is for data mining purposes, I believe. I believe that Watchtower, like any other giant company, wants to mine as much data, as much personal information as they can from their tens of millions of followers and employees and free laborers. So they want to know all this information so that they can track it, so they can keep tabs on what's going on. I would be willing to bet you that there are databases and spreadsheets with the number of males and females and demographics and ages, single, divorced, all of this stuff being put through some ginormous statistical program run by some Bethel boy that went to college for statistics and probabilities, or they simply hire it off to a high-paid analyst or some other kind of firm so that they can take all this data and once again improve their bottom line. bring their sales up, control their employees and labor force better. All good ways that good companies and good corporations take care of their interests and protect their brand. You see, and that's what district managers, circuit overseers, do for Watchtower Corporation. So I really feel that this is a true thing, a real thing. And, give me some feedback. Tell me what you think. If I'm making too much hay of this or not, that's okay. Maybe I am. But the similarities to me are very striking.
The order is rapidly fading, for the times they are a-changing.